Blue 42. Motion. Blue 42. So, oh, you jumped those eyes? You jumped those eyes? No, I think you jumped. If you jumped, you better subscribe. So, I think you jumped. Oh, hey, man. Hey, yo. If you like my content, like, comment, subscribe. And let me know why in the comments.
Patrick's Rock. And while yes, it's definitely one of the most iconic homes in animated history, that doesn't mean it makes much sense. In reality, this place is about as logical as the sea star who
I'll be forgetting to tell you what video we're watching. How does Patrick Rock actually work?
lives under it.
It looks like my butthole is deep. Okay.
That about sums up what this video is gonna feel like.
Patrick's
This
so
house
dumb
is
sometimes, but I
dumb.
really be
Like,
getting
tell me,
that.
does Patrick have a bathroom in his house? As shocking as it seems, that clip does seem to confirm Patrick has a bathroom, but then again, this is also shown to be what Patrick's house looks like.
Night, SpongeBob.
Flat floor, no bathroom or rooms of any sort at all, really. As I said, this place is frackin' dumb. So yes, today, I'm going to be showing you exactly why Patrick Star's Rock doesn't make much sense. Be prepared for an irritation headache. I feel like Squidward. So, here's the layout we're working with when it comes to Patrick Star's Rock. I want you to get a good long look at that. Analyze every detail you can, please. Looks like we have two layers here, a shelled interior to the rock, a nice living room beneath it. Got a good understanding? Cool, great, good to know. Throw all that out the window. That layout there is, well, kinda canon and kinda not. Honestly, it's pretty hard to say if there even really is a canon version of this house. In fact, I'd say there are really 3 versions of Pat's Place with a secret 4th version that I'm saving till the end because I'm a YouTuber. It's probably one of the most contested bits of SpongeBob lore in the entire series, but no more lazing around. Let's go over all those versions, starting with the most basic of them all, version 1. Just a rock. Remember this clip from the intro?
Night, SpongeBob.
That right there is the most essential form of Patrick's house, when it's literally just a rock with flat sand underneath. Considering Patrick's identity as a sea star and how they sleep in real life, honestly, this may be the most accurate house we can ask for, at least in the realm of reality.
No.
Of course, Patrick
Yeah,
doesn't
but
abide by our
SpongeBob,
simple,
yeah.
scientifically accurate reality, though,
not
and
very
that means that this
real.
form of the house shows up the
Real?
least often. Truth be told, the only
Reality?
other major
It's not very
instances of this version of the house that I can recall are from the episode I'm with
Real?
Stupid.
Yeah,
At the beginning, we see his
yeah.
place being flat as a pancake under the rock.
Need.
That scene is
He's
also
trying
where
to
we
do
learn
dry
Patrick
shit.
makes all of his furniture himself. Keep that in mind. And at the end of the episode, we also see
Nah,
it
we knew
being
he
flat
makes all
again.
that shit. All this shit is just like sand.
There's also this quick moment in My Pretty Seahorse.
Like this starfish.
And if we want to get granular, we're dealing with sand here after all, then there's also this scene from Pre-Hibernation Week. Technically, we don't see under the rock, but I feel the way SpongeBob squeezes himself under implies that he's kind of just being smushed underneath it. I'm calling it version 1. And then, of course, there's that scene from the first episode I showed, Home Sweet Pineapple.
That's it.
For such a dumb
That's
brain, Pat
hilarious,
must
it's
have an active
hilarious.
imagination to be dreaming of giant spiders.
It was
And again,
hilarious.
while I feel this is the most accurate house both to real life and to Patrick's character, because I feel like he'd be way too lazy to make his own furniture and rooms and such, that really is the least common version of his house. For something
Yeah,
more
it
common,
never
we'll
shows
probably
up.
have to look at
Always
version
be some
2,
episodes I'll be watching.
Advanced Laziness. Patrick's second version of The Rock is probably most known for this scene in particular.
Yeah, really had the TV.
And if you don't remember why you remember that part, let me help you out.
So this is the thanks I get for working over.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm not gonna lie. I ain't never had a friend like Patrick, bro. But in real life, bro, if I ever get a friend like, I don't know what from what season, but he used to be so fucking annoying, bro. He used to be trying to gaslight SpongeBob and shit. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I nigga getting cut off, beating the shot at me, getting cut off. I don't care about all that strong shit Patrick be on. You be on all that strong, you still gonna get put down, baby boy. Whatever kind of grab, boom they got down there in the sea, I'm gonna lift your little ass up with it. I'm gonna use a harpoon on your arm. hit you in your heart, babe boy.
Overtime.
Bro, and he's so dumb. I ain't overly dumb people. Like, I'm dumb, but like I'm not overly dumb. Like, niggas be comically dumb. Dumb to the point where it's like, wait, where you raised that? Cause like, I don't, bro. If you're gonna be OD dumb, at least have money, babe boy. And even at that, it's not even that big of a pass. Cause you still need to have a brain. You too grown. Bro, 30 with no brain. Somebody need to slap you, baby boy.
So let's get a good look at what we have there. A pretty flat floor with nothing but a recliner, a lamp, and a TV. That's it. That's all Patrick needs to keep himself sane. Honestly, I'll
Should we
buy
go
it.
to TV?
Patrick seems like a low-maintenance starfish, at least in the early seasons. But the advanced laziness version of this house was also actually the very first version ever shown. Yeah, all the way back in Help Wanted, we got to look at Patrick's interior, and sure enough,
I thought this was
take
how
a
it
peek at that
was.
place before it zooms in, and we got all the staples. Lamp, chair, glorious underwater TV. But here's where things get interesting. Remember how earlier I brought up the Home Sweet Pineapple for the Just a Rock version of his house? Well, here's his house's version 2 at the beginning of the episode.
Is it time already to ruin?
So, Patrick's house not only evolves and devolves across episodes, it also does it within the same episode. Good to know. Don't go in there if you don't want to be subjected to some sort of reality warping torture. No, alright, enough of the basic stuff. Chances are, if you're a SpongeBob fan, you'll recognize this third form of the house as what may be the most consistent and popular version, version 3, Sand Manor. And no, I'm not talking about the episode where Patrick's place is literally turned into a royal castle.
Hey, SpongeBob!
Yes, sire.
That's a one-off instance, we don't gotta worry there. Hopefully. So, what all does a sand manor consist of? Well, at the bare minimum, we have what was shown in the secret box. We got a few picture frames and a bed, even less than what we had in Advanced Laziness. Well, that can't entirely be accurate. It doesn't really feel like a manor, though it certainly has a lot more space than version 2. Manor-esque in that sense, I guess. Luckily, most other versions of this place have a lot more going on, like the middle of the
I love
episode,
playing
I'm
with my
stupid.
balls.
There, the house has scenes where we can see a living room.
Almost there. Let go on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I thought it was on this
And
one,
also a
shit.
kitchen.
Mine. No, wait. I already know the answer.
And there's even a wall separating the two from one another. Meaning, yeah,
can't-
Pat set
I
up
don't know. I
actual
don't
rooms in
understand
this
a
place for
Patrick
once. And this is
Center
only
show.
the beginning. For instance,
He's
let's
so
take a look at the episode of the
stupid.
Pink Purloin.
God.
Patrick, where are you? Why are the lights off?
I'm in here.
Yet again, we've got a wall leading into another room, which, yeah, turns out to be empty. But also, look at how deep
like
that first room
SpongeBob's house.
looks. And it has
It's deep.
stairs leading into it as well. Deep stairs. Maybe it isn't decked out, but man, is it spacious. And then, of course, we have an episode like Sand Castles in the Sand, where it's sort of still the Advanced Laziness layout, but with everything made out of sand.
Time for what?
But for the truly advanced forms of Pat's Place, look no further than these episodes.
I get
First,
more
we have the
this than
Donut
that.
of Shame.
This nice deserves to be served on fine china.
That there is a clip of a sorta revamped kitchen. We got a cupboard full of plates and a true table rather than just a fridge like back in I'm with Stupid. Which to me feels a bit classier. I'm feeling more comfortable with calling this a manor. Now we gotta look at Pat's living room. As well as a toilet he has just lying about. There's not really a bathroom in the scene either, just a toilet in the middle of the area. Privacy doesn't exist in the Star Residence, I suppose. And speaking of things that don't exist in the Star Residence,
Nick. Wait.
I can't say I'm surprised by Patrick's stupidity, but I am impressed. And in the episode Arise and Shine, we get an even more detailed view of Pat's more elaborate home. Of course, to start things off, we have the basics, chair, lamp, and instead of a TV, we got a countertop, at least for now. We know how often this place changes. We're bound to be getting a TV any second. Behind some of the
Nigga. I don't know. I feel like I just gotta interject. I feel like, damn, now I feel like I'm just watching a video now. Goddamn, what y'all boy? Shit. No, hey. This was a bad video idea. But shoot. 9 minutes into this bitch, it's not getting turned on now. At this point, I'm gonna load it. I hope it blows up and then hope I get somebody reacted to my shit saying, look at this nigga, he's just watching a YouTube video, he's not reacting at all. And I'm gonna tell that nigga, Shit, you right, nigga, and do something about it, bitch.
Those basics, though, we can actually see a bit of a doorway leading to another room, similar to what we saw in
No,
I Am
this is a bad
Stupid and
video
Pink
idea.
Purloiner. Do you know where that leads? Not really, but we can probably guess based on the next scene.
Tartar sauce. I'm out of food again.
Yet another addition to the
I hate
kitchen,
Patrick so
a
much,
pantry.
but-
And considering the way everything was framed earlier, I think it's safe to say in this instance, Patrick's kitchen is
Just
once
like,
again in
I
a
don't know,
separate area from his
stupidity is
living room.
not-
But once he
it's
manages to
funny,
get his food
but it's
open,
just-
questions
it's
arise
annoying.
yet again.
Now, live
It's
from
easy
Bikini
comedy, but
Bottom.
easy.
So now he has
analysis.
a TV tray, but no countertop like we saw earlier. Is this a second living room area that Patrick has, or did he just reformat the room we saw at the beginning? Because
No, this shit don't just feel like torture. Nah, I'm good. Yeah. If the sun ever turns on, then I'm gonna turn it back off. Good night.